At Through Safety, we are all about becoming better leaders. We have a saying that our entire organization is built around. The path to becoming a better leader is the path to becoming a better person. When do we find the best of ourselves? What are we doing that makes us feel like we are being the best version of ourselves? I believe that we find the best of ourselves in the service of other people. Think about the times that you've helped someone get what they want. When you're parenting, when you're coaching, when you're helping an associate find success in the workplace. When we are helping people get what they want out of the job, that's when we find the best of ourselves. So, if the best of us is found while serving others, then the path to becoming a better leader is to serve the people we lead. To focus on their needs, wants, and dreams is to truly care about them with compassion and understanding, setting aside our intentions. To listen, to understand, and to love. Love is a verb and it requires action. To love is to serve. Leader is a title that we get, but the authority of that leadership comes from the people we lead. They give us the authority to be their leader by giving us permission to take charge and by giving us their trust. People who believe in us, people who know that we have their best interests in mind, give us the authority to lead. Our statement, the path to becoming a better leader is the path to becoming a better person, simply means that your influence is at its peak with people when caring, compassion, and service are at the heart of all we do for them. Influence is something that happens every hour of every day. We influence people, people influence us. What is our influence? I heard it once said that leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. When we talk about leading people, what we're trying to do is influence people to a better outcome. We want to influence them to be more productive. We want to influence them to be happier in their jobs. We want to influence them to be safe. We want to influence people in a way that we get the results we're looking for. So, influence becomes something that is very important to our success, the success of our organization, and in everyday life. Influence is one of those things that we don't truly see unless we take a step back and look at it from a different perspective, from 10,000 feet, if you will. Imagine you are in a boat in the middle of a perfectly calm lake. You drop a rock in the still water. As soon as that rock hits the surface, the ripples of influence start. Where do those ripples end? We see the initial splash, a disturbance in the water, but where does it go from there? Those ripples go all the way to the shore and then come back. We may leave after we've dropped that rock and not even see the ripples of influence. When you have a conversation with someone at work, do you influence just that person, or does it go beyond that? Imagine you're talking with someone about their attendance. Their attendance isn't good. You've got to have them improve their attendance. You tell them you've missed too many days of work, and that's got to change. Now, you hope to influence them positively, but did you? When they leave the conversation with you, do they tell their coworkers about it? When they drive home, are your words and your intentions on their mind? When they get home, do they talk about it with their friends and family? Are your words and your intentions on their mind? Can it influence them to treat others in a different way? And then does it influence the people most important in their lives? We influence people that we may never see, ever. Here's an example. I'm driving to work and there's a person right on my tail. You know how that is. You're driving down the road and there's just somebody that is really close behind you and you're thinking, wow, why is this person so close? They're influencing your emotions. They're influencing whether you feel safe or not. There's an influence that's there. Now, eventually they find a place where they just shoot past me and I may have influence on them a little. Hello, how are you? Who knows? That's not someone I'm going to meet. But they influenced my day and I influenced theirs. I imagine that they were behind me going, why is this person going the speed limit? The speed limit is 70. Why isn't this person going to 75? Don't they know? I influenced them. They influenced me. And chances are we will never meet one another. Our influence is really upon anyone that we're near. When you go to the grocery store, you influence the person who checks you out at the cash register. When we go to the grocery store and the clerk asks, did you find everything you need? You have an opportunity to influence that person in a positive or a negative manner. Remember, influence is either negative or positive. There's no middle ground on influence. We either make people's lives better or we make them worse. We tell the clerk, yeah, I found everything I needed. Thanks for asking. And they feel good about things. Or you say, no, I didn't find this. And then they can help us and they feel needed. Or you can say nothing and ignore them completely. They may think, this person doesn't care about me. We influence people that we meet all the time without thinking about it. When it comes to influence, we need to ask ourselves, am I being conscious? Am I being thoughtful? Am I being present? Am I truly trying to influence people in a positive manner? Am I able to make sure my influence is what I want to project? So when we talk about influence in a safety setting, we ask ourselves, why do accidents happen? Is my influence a part of that? Is the company's influence a part of that? There are so many things that can influence a decision. How a person feels, how they feel about their company, how they feel about their job, all of those things can influence a decision. We're going to continue to explore influence as we move through the remainder of the course.